to magic money. This is where we are going to craft you a new energy of money. So prepare for the journey, because one thing I want you to do, the first thing I want you to do right now is like wherever you are, whatever you're doing, is just like take a moment to think about like, what if money was easier? Like, what would that look and feel like to you? If money was easier, like, how would you be experiencing money? And then I just want you to open up to money being easier. I want you to let go of the pressure that is around money. Let go of all the pressure around money and just almost see it like leaving your body. And then just feel into money being lighter. Money being lighter. What would that feel like to you? That lightness, that joyfulness, that playfulness. Now, if money was something that you knew was already just there, wasn't this thing that so out of reach and was already there, I want you to open to that. And again, as you've opened to that, I want you to just release more of the pressure on money. Just feel into even more lightness. Even more joyfulness. Okay. So a couple of things we're going to go through first. We're going to talk about trust. We're going to talk about the values. We're going to talk about the beliefs and morals, assumptions. I've got them all like little notes. And we're going to talk about languages of love and bringing that into money. The first of all that I want you to feel into as well, though, is that you are the conduit. Like, it's not like money is outside of you and it's something that you've got to try and get. It's not something that is out of your reach. And this is the thing for me, like when we see money as outside of us and something that we're always trying to get, it's like it's never obtainable. What we want is never obtainable. When we feel money as this extension of us, when we feel money as just this thing that flows in through us and out through us, and it kind of like, you know, we circulate money rather than it being something that's like unobtainable, that's when we can actually start to play with the energy of money. We cannot play in an energy of money if we see money as something that is just physical, and that is like it's transactional, and that is it. Like, it's just like you hand it over and then it's gone. We've got to start feeling into like money kind of like comes into our life, it comes into us, and then we circulate it back around. So it's never ending. It's a continuous circle, and we get to lead it. Like, this is what we want it for, and this is what we're gonna go through this, but we want it for this. And, you know, so we let it go and then we call more in. So we're constantly like leading and opening to receive. There's always the duality of the masculine and feminine. Okay, so I was obviously going to start with cards. So I'll do a collective card pull. I'll look at some of the blocks that one's experiencing around money. So I'll do like a collective card pull, and then we'll go into more of the session. I'll go into like the deep training, as it were, but I'm just gonna pull some cards and see what comes up around. Let's do the blocks for everyone. What's coming up for everyone? The blocks around money. Some of the biggest blocks they are experiencing around money. Okay, page of, I want that one as well. So 7 of Cups, that temptation and that overwhelm. Page of Wands upside down. So that would be like I'll do 3 as well, because 3 is always my lucky number. Oh, no. Do that again. I know the right card. I won't. So yeah, Queen of Wands. There's loads of wands. So, and again, upside down. Every single card come upside down. So where's the blocks coming from? So 7 of Cups. So that's like the overwhelm and temptation to not allow it. It's almost like you're not allowing it to be in your heart, and you're not allowing it to, again, flow through you. It's not, there's it's almost like it's that tainted thing which is calling you away, more than seeing it as something that is enabling you to become your truth. Money is like that tainted thing which is calling you towards, pain and suffering and the wrong path. Like money is always like that biggest block is like money's always going to take you down to danger. That's like the 7 of Cups is like one of the deepest what we got is that money's going to take you onto a path of danger. Now, when I say danger, that could mean like, that you physically get hurt. It could mean that, the attention from making money, which is one of my biggest things, that the attention from making money would put me in danger. Or the attention from money, like, if I make a lot of money, then I'm going to have like lots of attention. And I didn't really want lots of attention. I'm quite a quiet, reserved person. So, money was always like, oh my God, if I make money, then everyone's going to want, like, they're going to be like, oh, everyone's going to want to be my friend because I've got money. And it was like, so I'm getting it like, like, it's not like true. It's not true. People are like fake. If I have money, people will be rather fake. And they would just like me because, of different things. And I feel like this is the 7 of Cups. Like there's always there's that deep thing underlying there, that money's going to equate some kind of like danger and it's going to take you down this like tainted path of like, people are going to be fake, people are going to hurt me, people aren't going to be true, people are just going to use me, people are going to maybe not like me anymore because if I have money, I won't fit into my crowd. So that's the 7 of Cups. The Page of Wands again is like, is saying there's a block in like really feeling into money being like an energy that you create like your dreams and desires with. So rather than seeing it as something that's a divine resource that you get to create, co-create with, again, that's where the block is. So it's not, we don't view it money as this thing. We're viewing it as a very physical 2D thing rather than this like co-creative resource, because at the end of the day we can't co-create anything if we don't have money. Like as much as we want to be like, as long, we'll tell ourselves, I don't require a lot of money to live, but actually, like if you're like me, I'm like, I desire nice things. I desire like luxurious items. I like having my nice new iPhone, which today like I actually just smashed. Luckily, I've got screen protectors, but I even smashed that today. And then the Queen of Wands, again, upside down. So this tells me we are not leading ourselves with money. The biggest block there is we don't see that we can lead money. We don't even see ourselves as the true leaders of our life. Like we are not in our Queen energy, which means we're kind of like, we see us down here and money up there. It's like the pedestaling of money. So the biggest block would be like for this, it's like, you'll see some people and they're like, I've got money, and you'll be like, oh, like it's all right for them, but maybe it's not all right for me. And maybe like, and it's always that feeling of how am I ever gonna be like that? So when we have that feeling, when we see some of like the lifestyle we want, it's like, how is that ever gonna be me? That is a really deep subconscious block that we're not actually in our Queen energy, because a Queen would just be like, well, I know I can have that. Like, I know it's coming. Like, there's just that certainty with that Queen energy. I'm just gonna like throw these cards are not all the right way up when they were that way. That's it. Let me just do this the right way up. So you can all see them. But we are going to turn these. By the time you finish this, and by the time you finish the 2 weeks with me, these will be all the right way up. Because you will be leading like a queen with money. You'll be creating that Wands energy, feeling powerful with money. And lots of blocks will be removed. Individually, well, obviously in the 2 weeks, I'll be pulling cards for the day, so I'll be able to like work on those blocks individually, but overall I think that's kind of, as a collective, like that's kind of, that sums it all up quite good, really. Right, okay, so just really quickly, my backstory. I'm just going to go over my backstory and just say, anyone who watches this on the replay, like, my name's Natasha. I am a business psychic, intuitive healer, and embodiment mentor. One of the things that I teach passionately is about the energy of money, because for me, like, our money mindset is number one. Like, we cannot grow a business and we cannot do all the things that we want in this world with thinking that money is going to somehow be bad and hurt us. And if we do have this, money's bad and it will hurt us, it's like we will get in those cycles where we'll get it and then we'll somehow it'll all just disappear. Like, we go through like these booms and busts, as they call it, these cycles. And for me, like, I truly believe in the money and love parallel. So when we heal all our money stuff, like, it opens us up to deeper love. And again, when we look at the way we do love, you know, if we're honestly taught as a society to condition love. So what happens then? We condition the way we make money. We condition things. And my story is, I grew up, you know, I have one side of my family which was wealthy, and I have one side that was kind of not. So I grew up with this kind of like, I loved freedom. I loved, you know, all the things that I had on one side of my family, because we grew up like, you know, living on a farm, never any money, but living on a kind of farm, horses and fields, you know. And then there was the other side of the family that I grew up, and then we always went out for dinner. We always went out for really nice meals, and we had like, there was like really big houses, and staying at my grandparents' house and getting lost in this house. So I kind of always wanted to be both. Like, I knew I wanted lifestyle freedom. I knew I wanted absolute divine, like, kind of freedom. It wasn't always just about money for me. I grew up with a lot of arguments around money. I watched people with money screw people over who didn't have it. And I watched people with money screw people over who did have it. Like, there was just so much pain and suffering around money, and so much bad things always happen around money. And there was even one time I remember, like, literally physical violence between family members, and like, so, and I just decided that money, I didn't need money at all. That was my thing, that money was just bad. And like, if you have money, like, I just believed that it was never going to be any good. So, and I had to really go really deep. And I remember when I first started my money journey, I was like, whoa, like, this is so deep. It is not even like, I barely touched the surface. I had barely touched the surface of money mindset work, and I was like, whoa, this is like, how you doing, Luce? I'm glad you made it. I barely even touched the surface with my money mindset work in the normal standard way that they teach online. Yeah, Central European time, so that's 8 your time, darling. But yeah, it was 9 my time. It should have converted it for you in your in the email that you got. Don't worry. You kind of missed a little bit. Like, I did the kind of collective card pull. I did kind of just a collective card pull, because you know, it's funny, Lucy, it's like, I literally have had 3 people message me today going, I'm not going to make it live. And I was like, oh, then I knew another 2 weren't coming on the live anyway. They wanted the replay. And I was like, okay, so that's like 5 people. There's only 2 left. I was like, imagine if like no one turns up live, and it's really weird, and everyone takes the replay. But I was kind of like, I was absolutely prepared for that. Actually, it wouldn't really bother me, because I know like the 2 weeks next week. When do we start next week? By the way, the group is going to open tomorrow, and I'm going to plug this, like, so this recording, it will come through as a recording at night, and then I'll put it in the group so that anyone as well that comes into the group, because I'm going to keep this open over the weekend and allow people to still come in, because we're starting the group on Monday. They will just have to watch the recording. So yeah, it will be available in the group tomorrow. So if you want to go back and listen to the start, at least you can. Anyway, so my past about money was completely dire. And for me, like, money was, it just felt so hard. Like my money mindset work, doing all this money mindset work, just I love money, money loves me. And just the standard mindset work was just like, kind of just felt like there was just something missing for me. And then it wasn't until I like really got into like, well, actually that's because money's kind of like, when I do energy work, and I was like, well, when you just start to open up to money as being more of an energy and being able to play with it and like assigning like different things to it. And then when I opened up to like, well, actually my psychology, as I started playing with the psychology of like money and like languages of love, and assigning like when I did my positive psychology, we're looking at like the morals, like our morals and our values, like our core morals and values. And I was like, so if I like have these morals and values and these are like true to my heart, but then I have money aligned with something kind of different, like money is just, then it's not aligned to my truth. So I started to play with like everything coming together, and that's when everything started to shift for me. It was like money just started to become easy, and I just believed money was easier. And so, like I say, one of the questions I want you, and I will go through these at the end, is to really go away and think and like and experience, like, if money were easier, if money were fun, and if it was pleasure, and if it was, you know, freedom, like how's it looking and feeling to you? Like, what would money taste like? You know, what would this taste like to you? What would love, like if money were love and money felt really good, what would it taste like? What would it smell like? Like all of these things, like what would it be? I want you to kind of get your senses involved and feel like, well, money is just it's just this energy that you're kind of bringing into your life. You're kind of playing with it. You're always calling it into you. Always. And there's just lightness. I want you to feel like money is now light. It is not heavy. And even if this means like going and actually taking some money out the bank, when you hold it, I want you to really think. So you're going to have to do these things like after this, is actually just go and take some money out the bank and hold it and see what comes up for you. When you look at that and when you look at it, just think, what does this mean to me? And I really want you to like really go deep with this. And then like, I just want you to just hold that money and then be like, let's make this light. Let's make this fun. Let's make this enjoyable. I find like when you actually do it with, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. It can be like you just take 50 euros out of the bank and then you just hold it. Because it's just having something physically seen in front of you and then like making a declaration to it. So like, let's know you differently, money. It's like, if you were fun, like, and you just, you know, but it's that kind of like connection. Like, we don't often give money a connection, like it just comes and it goes. There's never any like, let's actually treat this like this is something that I want in my life, that I actually value. Like, so if you valued something highly, like how would you treat it? And then I want you to think like, so we're just gonna like start seeing money. It's not like, oh, money, you're always leaving me. Oh, money, you're never around when I need you. Actually, if you look at your home, money is all around you and it is supporting you. And so that I want you to open up like how much gratitude, how you can expand your gratitude and how you can expand your appreciation for money. Because actually when you open your eyes, money is all around you. It's even in your clothes that you wear. Because I want you to feel like, imagine if you had to walk down the street butt naked every single day, like how would you feel then? Well, we have clothes, we have hair, nice hair, probably have, a hairbrush, like we get to brush our hair. Like we can be grateful. We have toothbrushes and toothpaste and like all these things. I know that like, we often take so much for granted that money gives us. And I really want you to like go back to like, but this is because from our parents, all we heard probably was moaning. And then when we got into later life, what we see in TV and culture is like, you know, money just seems so unobtainable. And like I say, we see these famous people, it's like, oh, well, we're never going to be like that. And then instantly we shut ourselves down. We've made money the villain. And I want you to just open yourself up to every time you shut yourself down around money is to be like, whoa, no, I'm going to open myself up. That is possible for them, it's possible for me. If that, like, it's, and like I say, there is, appreciate every single little thing. Every single crystal you have costs money. Every single deck of cards you have, every single, I don't know, pot, pan, knife, ornament, pair of shoes, like these are all things that cost money. And so if you line up like how much money, like, and what money has given you, we can go, right, I can start to appreciate every single thing here. This is where money, we start to appreciate money. That's a big part of like the energy, really starting to notice. Hey, what the hell? Who just done something? It says a participant has enabled closed captioning. I don't even know what that is. Who can see this transcription recording on? Who's touched? I don't know what that means. Like, I don't. Did someone do something? I'm just gonna keep going. No. Is that you, Luz? Okay, at least it made sense to you because I was like closed captioning. What is that? What is that? Like, oh, well, look at this. Like, I was like, oh, I thought someone had done something, and I was thinking, yeah, well, it just come up, yeah, come up and show me. It's fine. Like, I don't mind. Like, obviously, it's not a problem, but I just didn't know what it meant. I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. So, oh, it is. Yeah. I could probably turn it off so I don't get these things, but it's just so it's kind of set on default. So, any questions so far? If there's any questions so far, please jump in. I want everyone to know by as well by teaching the energy of money. I'm on here like I'm no millionaire. But well, one thing for me is that I feel really calm and safe around money. I'm able to put money into me every single month. And what I teach you here is like, there's no calibrate into my energy. This is you actually creating a crafting an energy of money. So every level you can build this and you can actually create your own, like, you know, calibration with, you're literally calibrating to money. Every level you're calibrating to your next level of money. How do I get more money? Yeah. Well, you take all this and then you go and apply it. And we'll, over the next 2 weeks, we'll open you up. We'll open up all those money portals and we'll see, like, one of the biggest blocks loose that came up was the 7 of Cups. So that's telling me that there's a lot of like, it was upside down. All the cards, by the way, all the cards come up upside down, by the way. And the Queen of Wands come up upside down. So we're not in our Queen energy. We're not leading money. We're not leading ourselves to wealth here. I think maybe we're like tiptoeing around the sides of wealth. We're not really owning what we want, and you know, we're not really going, yes, I want it. And there was this this 7 of Cups coming upside down, which tells me that there's one of the biggest blocks that we have is that or you, like anyone in here, the biggest blocks collectively that you guys have is that you believe money's somehow going to hurt you. Like, it will either like end up with people being fake to you, people not liking you, but it's going to result in some kind of money being this, like, like pain. So I can't remember some of the other things I said when I was challenging them. I can't remember what I said exactly. You have to go back into the beginning and listen to that. But somehow, literally, money's going to take you. Oh yeah, the attention. That was another thing that it was like money's going to bring you attention. Then you might have fake friends. Like, there'll be so many. It's just going to lead you to a path of more like pain than gain. And that's probably the biggest thing that we have to see is that money opens us up to, joy and pleasure, as well as potentiality that we have got, that we have to like look at this and go, actually, like, it could be possible that people like pretend to be our friends when we've got money, but actually I'm a big grown ass woman now, so like, you know, we'll just deal with that when it comes. And like, you know, it's kind of just looking at some of this and going, oh yeah, but it's all right. You know, some of the times we don't need really deep healing. We just need to like bring these things to the surface so they're not in the bottom, like trying to protect us. They're not in our subconscious trying to protect us. Like we'll be like, hey, inner child and hey, ego, it's fucking fine. Like if we have money and someone's an asshole to us, we'll just like, you know, we'll just let them go. Like, you know, it's not going to be a problem. So you can kind of calm down now. But this is the kind of thing we'll be doing, like that when we go through the 2 weeks together, this will be some of the things that like I'll pick up on. Like you'll be like, oh my God, I just realized like I'll be giving you like a little introduction of like how things will play out on Monday in the group. But it'd be like, oh my God, I just realized I was thinking this about money. Yeah, this is the only Zoom. This is the only Zoom. This is the only Zoom. And then we got 2 weeks where we're kind of like I say, and you'll be like, oh my God, I just realized like this, I'm thinking this about money. Like when I'm at the shop, I'm like, my card, and there's like my heart stops, or like it's like, oh my God, yeah, I just had this thought about money. And like you're just going to drop everything in there so we can either clear it, past it, laser crypt you on it. It is 2 weeks of like really pulling you up on your awareness. So trust, right? This is another little like exercise that I want you to do. So it's like, what's one thing in your life that you are absolutely certain on? What's one thing that you like trust, like you just know? And I want you to think about that. And it's like, that is what I want you to then like feel into money. So if there's one thing in your life that you just like, you're just so certain of, and maybe it's like your partner, maybe it's like the love for your children, but there's just like, it's almost like you just know. So I want you to kind of like get like attached to that feeling and then feel like, this is how I want to feel about money. There's just no other way that money is not meant to be in my world. Like it is here for me and I can call it in. It's not outside of me and it's not like over there, always out of reach. I know it's here. I know it's all for me, like, and for you, money is available. There's infinite amounts of money in the world. We'll go through more of assumptions of belief, but the one is there is infinite amounts of money in the world. It's never running out. So if you have this feeling like money's always going to run out, actually that's a truth that you've kind of assigned to from probably your growing up, because no one had any money. If you were like me, there was all the arguments about that money running out. Even though, like I say, some of my family has loads of money, and like, but there was always money. Even when they had money, there was arguments that money was going to run out. Like, and then. Or we had to be really careful. Don't put the light on. Don't flush the toilet twice. And don't do this. And like, oh my God, like it was like regimented things, like really weird things. And it was like, and don't turn that heating up for us. Like, you know, that heating bill is going to cost so much money. Don't turn it up. But it was like so much stress about like fear about like if money is just like, you don't open the door. Don't leave that door open. That heating's gonna go out. That's like you're just throwing money out the door. Oh, them trainers. Like them trainers, I might as well just be throwing money away. Like, you know. And the thing is, like, it's like the kind of like it installs fear in us that like everything, that money's just gonna disappear. Like and actually I want you to think of what's the one thing you just trust. Just trust so much in your life, whether it's the love for your children, whether it's like your partner, like whatever it is, just like focus on that trust. And I want you to think that, like, I'm going to trust money like that. I'm going to trust money to come to me. I'm going to trust money to like support me. I'm going to trust money to be there for my desires. I'm going to trust it. Even though I physically might not even be able to see it in my 3D world right now, I am from this day forward going to trust money. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust that it wants to come to me. I'm going to trust that, you know, it's available for me. I am going to trust so deeply, even though I can't see. Even though I might not be able to see it right now and see all the beautiful things, I know money is going to enable me to have the lifestyle, the business. I trust that. And like I say, I want you to really focus on something that you do trust. Really anchor it, then anchor that same trust into money. Now, this is something you're going to have to practice on a daily basis. This is not something you just do now and then it's done. This is something you're going to have to practice on a daily basis. Okay. Right. So let's look at values. I want you to think about core values. These are things like, if I said to you, what is more important than money? What would that be? What to you is like more important than money? Love. Yeah, that was my top one. Life. Yeah. What is it about life? Fun. So all these things, we then have to like see money as life. We see money as love. We see money as fun. We see money as happiness. When you can attach, when we attach, and when you can attach money to your core values, you can pull it to you so much better. And even when money is not like in your world yet, so if money is not in your world yet, if you attach it to your core values, it's like this energy you've created within you. So I can see, and it's like I can see money as love. If it's like either if you when you're doing this exercise, again, this is an exercise you do every single day. So I can feel money as love. I can feel money as life. I can feel money as fun. I can feel money as happiness. Money is like a complete extension of my values, of my core values. For me to have able to like step into my truest and highest self of love, life, fun, and happiness, like money is going to help me get there. Money is going to help me do that. Money is going to help me co-create my absolute, love, life, fun, and happiness. We can have a lot of fun without money, but also we can do a lot of things fun. I can go and hire in boats and go on holidays that enable money, that require money. So, and I want us to feel into like, and we're going to do this, we're going to do a big release in anyway, but it's like, if there's any shame that comes up around money, these are the places you need to go. If you're like, oh my God, money, I can't desire money. I can't desire money. Why can you not desire money? But you can desire love, life, fun, happiness. And that's how I'm going to change my truths, because money is all of them things. So I can desire money. What's the lack there for? What did you put lack there for, Luce? What did you put lack in there? Take that out, delete that. I don't want to see that I don't want to see that underneath everything that you desire in this life. Lack. You don't want that. Your values are lack. Why did that come in? Okay, so yeah, that's it. Okay, right. So when you desire money, it's because you lack it. Yeah. So there's just a change here. So you desire money, and this is where all of this like building trust in money. So you desire money, and not because, I want you to feel into this. So when you desire money, it's not because you don't have it. You desire money because you want it. There's just that little switch there. It's just a couple of little switches in your brain. So yes, I desire money. It's not because I'm not, and this is just something you have to train your brain into. It's like when I'm desiring money, and it's not like automatically go, that's because I don't have enough. I desire money, but it's like I'm desiring money because I want these things. This is playing in the receiving. So I'm going to get to this bit. I'm going to get to leading with money and playing in the receiving, because you desire money for all these beautiful things. And rather than thinking it's because you lack them, it's because you want them. And this is just a tiny little shift in our mind. It's like, oh yeah, because I want that. It's not because I don't have it, it's because I want it. And every single time you see something and go, I want money for that, because that is what I desire. I want money for that because that is what I desire. And this is when you start opening yourself up. I want money for that. Often when we desire money because we lack it, it's because underneath we feel like almost shame or guilt for not having the money. So it's almost like, oh, I don't have it because I'm not, somewhere like I'm not deserving enough or not good enough. So it brings us back to we make. So, and this is one. So I think I want you to think about like where you are now, what you have now means nothing. It does not mean anything about, your skill set. It does not mean anything about your worth. It doesn't mean anything about whether you're a success or failure. And I really want you to check in with this. Like when you think of money and like how much money you have now, what does that bring up for you? That you're not good enough, that you like somehow you're not a success. And what I want you to feel into is that right now you are the ultimate success. You are already a success. Like without money, you are an absolute powerful human fucking being. Money does not make you more successful, more powerful, more kinder, more loving, more capable. It doesn't make you anything more. And then, but it's like, but you still get to desire it and want it for beautiful things. But it does not make you more or a better human being. And how you are now is like, if everything, I want you to feel into this, like if everything was stripped away from you, everything, and this is going to be like, again, this is something you do on a daily or like a few times, but really feel into like, if you lost everything and you stood there and had nothing, like how would that make you feel? Like you had, everything was taken away from you. You had no money. You were stripped completely bare of every single belonging and everything. What are you going to do? Give up? Or be like, well, I've failed at life? What would you actually do? You would probably get the fuck back up and go, no, right, I'm coming back out. Because that's the kind of like I truly believe that for every woman that is going to listen to this, it's like, no, I would get the fuck back up and I would create myself again. But you've got to start again with that fucking baggage. Yeah. It's a lot easier. Like, this is what I mean. And it's like, you'd get the fuck back up and you would just be like, right. And you pull yourself and it would be like, right. So actually, all this pressure we've put on money, I need some more money because I need these things because I don't have them, is what we actually need to let go of. Money's there. Money is actually there. So when we can just stop putting so much pressure on money to have the things, to do the things, when we can just be like, right, I'm letting go of all of that. And now I'm playing with you, money. You're my passion, you're my love, you're my desire, you're my freaking, and I want you to think of words that really resonate with you, like delicious and yummy. Words that kind of make like sexy. Obviously, you'll see on my thing is like sexy. Sexy is one of the things I love. I want money to feel hot, like I want money to feel sexy. Like, how do you want money to feel? And really get clear on this. And then it's like, yes, and I want and then you pull it in. So this is where you kind of lead money. Money gets to flow through you and it gets to work through you. It's like, so then every day you're sat in this like you actually sit there and do this and you're like, right, money, come to me, money, you're sexy, happiness and joy. Like I want you in my life. Like, and literally you're going to have to start doing this. I want you to know, when I dated a few millionaires when I was younger, that was one thing that they taught me. Is one, they never speak badly of money. Two, they just know they expect it, and it kind of feels like it belongs in their world. And it's like their energy around money is completely different to a lot of us. There is still people who are millionaires that have big insecurities around money, but there is also like some other, like a lot of like people that they just expect money to keep coming into their world. There's like this expectation, and this is what I want you to be like. But it's like you've got to kind of feel into that money, like sexy or delicious or yummy, however you want to, all these words that kind of like feel good to you, like the words that you kind of say, like, pleasure, fun, happiness, freedom. And I literally every morning it's like you wake up and you're like, right, money, come to me, and literally see it coming to you and imagine it feeling like that, like, and literally pull it into you. And like you can like do what I'm doing, like, so by the way, on the replay you won't see the video, but like literally I'm like using my hands right now, and like, so in the morning it's like standing there and going, yes money, stand in front of the mirror. We're going to do a bit of mirror work as well, and like I call it rampaging. In the 2 weeks I'll give you some little like waking up in the morning expectation. Yeah, it is the most perfect word. They expect it in their world. They could not imagine their world without it. And this is where most of us we have a fear of it not being in our world. They expect it, where we fear never having enough. We fear it like never being part of our world. And it's that fear that pushes money away. And I want you to be, and this is that trust. Trust and expectation go together. Like when you expect something in your world, you just trust it. You expect it. And then when you expect it, you are literally calling it in. It's like, hey, bitch, get here. You're not from outside of money. So if you don't expect money in your world, you're seeing money as something outside of you. You're seeing as money as something that doesn't truly belong in your world. When you expect it, when you're like, get here, bitch, no, you're fucking mine. I want you. You are here for me. That's it. No ifs, but what's, there's no conditions. There's no like ifs, buts, maybes. You're fucking here for me. And I know that, and I trust that, and I expect it. And you will keep showing up for me in a million different ways, in a million different days. You are going to come into my world. Like I said, and in the 2 weeks we have together, there's going to be, I call it rampaging. So it's like you wake up and you do mirror work, and you're like, oh my fucking God, yes, you're here every day. You're just like showing up in a million different ways in my world. Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Universe, divine powers, all of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And literally every day you wake up thanking money for showing up in your world. Like, don't worry if you don't remember that bit, because we will, this is some of the things we're going to do in the 2 weeks together. So that's how you lead in money. This is how you become the leader of money. This is that Queen of Wands. Like, this is that Queen of Wands energy. You're leading money. She sits there knowing that money's coming to her. She's not finding it. She's not out there searching for it. She's waving a wand around and going, get here now. Like, there's no like, oh, money, hello, where are you today? Like, I've got to go and find you and like go on this hunt. Like, that is like kind of what we get taught in traditional way, you know, getting the job, doing the things. It's almost like we got to hunt for money, and it's got to be hard. And I just want you to feel like money is in your, it's an expectation. It's not outside of you. It belongs in your world. So it's expected. It's not a foreign object that's dangling up there like a carrot. And you're like, you just keep trying to grab it, and someone's pulling that string away. Honestly, this is how I imagine it. Like, it's just dangling up there, and you go to grab it, and someone whips the string away. You're like, why the fuck can I never get that? Why the fuck does it always seem out of reach? Because you don't expect it to be in your world. There's an expectation that money is going to disappear. There's an expectation that there's never going to be enough. There's an expectation that you're just not very good with money, maybe. There's expectation that it's just not, you know, it's people like you just don't do well with money. Underneath somewhere, there'll be an expectation that, like, in all of this, there'll be expectations that money doesn't, you know, belong in your world, maybe money. And it's not like even money's bad. It's just that money doesn't belong, or money's not here for you. Money's not, you know, money can't be trusted. Money's not loyal. Money's not stable. So this is where we come on to like morals. So when you lead in money, you expect it in your world. To no matter what, you expect money in your world, and you're literally going, come here, money. And you're leading it. You know, you expect it, you lead it. So it's like, and by leading money, it's like, money, you are here for this. This is what you're here for. You're here for my mission. You're here for my purpose. You are here to support me. You are here to help me. You are here to, I expect, and this is like, you're doing this in that frequency of expectation. Like, you are like, I expect you to help me co-create my dreams. I expect you to, you know, help me keep my house working. I expect you to be here to help my business grow. I expect you to be here so I can like afford luxuries and nice things. I expect you to be here to, you know, whatever it is that you want, you know, get more sales, get more clients. Like, I expect you for that. I expect you in my world. And when you do that, you are leading money. You become the leader of money rather than something that is just like that carrot dangling over there. So, and like I said, this gets onto the morals. So if you are thinking about money, like, money is actually moralless. We give money its morals. And this is like that expectations and assumptions. So I want you to feel like, what morals do you have in life? And I want you to write all these down, every single moral that you have about life, about love, and then see if they align with money. And where they don't align with money, so if like one of your morals is that like, one of my morals is like loyalty. Like I expect people to be loyal to me. I expect my clients to be loyal to me, and I expect money to be loyal to me. I am a very loyal person, like morally, like I'm loyal. So think about all your morals, like personal morals as well. Like what do you hold true for yourself? And then where do you not hold this true for money? And then change that. Like, so money is stable, money is loyal. Money, you know, if you are yeah, so loyal, stable, kind, money's kind to me, loving, money's caring, money's supportive. Like think of the morals that you have and what you hold true for yourself, and then you're going to assign them to money. We don't have to do this right now. This is something like your homework that you'll go away with, but your morals, like money is moralless. You know, money comes to me every day. Money wakes me up in the most beautiful ways every day. It can be like just really simple things, like, you know, money's, you know, like, so like I say, stable. It's not something that's going to fly out the door. It's not something that's going to abandon you. It's not something that's going to come into your life, make you feel good for a little bit, and then disappear and say, oh, goodbye. I was just tricking you. I just wanted to make you feel good, and then I'm just going to take it all away from you. Money, that's not a moral that we want to give, like, or like a belief and a whole like story we want to give money. So again, at the end of this, the big question, which is like, what did you hear growing up, and what was your stories around money? What are some of the stories around money? This is the things you're going to have to like really take away and really think about, like your stories around money. What did you hear growing up? What have you truly assigned to money? What do you make money mean? And what do you want it to mean? Like if you really sat there and thought about money, like what do you want it to mean in this lifetime? So yeah, in one hand out the other. Now that's not a truly truth that we want to assign to. If every belief is a reality, that doesn't really align with our goals and dreams and aspirations. So it's like there is always more than enough. There is always more than enough. Overflow. More money is always available. I'm going to go at the end as well. I'll read some of like assumptions out so we can kind of like, but I'll save that for the end rather than like disrupting this halfway through. I'll rather just go through the training, but we will get to like actually like implementing some of this stuff, and obviously we'll do that next week as well. I'll do that more on a personal level as well with anything that comes up for you. So yeah, assumptions, like what did you hear growing up, and what do you want to believe to be true? What do you want to make money mean? Bearing in mind, you get to choose anything. We get to choose the highest, and I want you to choose the highest. This is not like we're just going to choose a little like belief down here. It's like, actually, money is my divine resource that I get to co-create all my dreams and desires with. That is a belief I actually choose for myself. So like it is open for the whole world to choose that belief. I would highly recommend that you did choose something like that. And this is something like you're going to have, like I say, well, write that down. That's definitely something you want to write down. That money is a divine resource that I get to co-create my dreams and desires with. A mission or vision, whichever kind of words you want to fill into. That's definitely one to write down. Money literally we get to make money mean anything. So rather than making it mean all this like things that are not serving us, the hate, the pain, the suffering, it's like, right, let's get this pen and paper out and write down all the ways that we can change how we do money. When the chat group is live, there I will be dropping some questions in there. Like if I do it on here, that I don't know how good this chat is, and I'm actually not too sure if it gets taken over to the into the recording. I don't know whether you get the chat box, so I'm not going to write them in here, but I'll put them in the chat group so that we can, like, they're pretty much there, and you can come back to. I'll put them right at the top of the recording. There'll be like some questions that are really going to open you up to think about money. Apart from the ones in here, there's going to be like some deeper ones. And I haven't actually decided yet whether I drop one a day or like one every other day, or whether I just drop them once. There's a little. I haven't decided that yet. So, yeah. So assumptions around money. That was where I got to. Assumptions around money. Like I say, we get to choose whatever we want around money. It truly is like an open book. I want you to feel into that. Like, I want you to feel like everything's been erased. It's like somehow someone's got a rubber, wrapped everything out, and you had a book in front of you and you got to completely rewrite it. Where would you start? And what would you want? What would be the first thing you'd want to say to money? And what I really want you to do as well, which is one thing, and it's like, I want you to literally write a letter to money. Apologize to money. We're going to write a forgiveness letter. So we're going to write like an apology and like forgiveness, money. So money, I'm sorry that I've hated on you for my whole life. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? So it's like an apology letter and a forgiveness letter. I'm sorry, money. Please forgive me that I've hated on you for my whole entire fucking life. So I want you to, and it doesn't have to be that long. It's just like a declaration. I just want you to get everything out. Like, I'm sorry I've hated on you. I'm sorry I've called you all these names and thought all these bad things of you. Like, I'm sorry, but I declare that we are going down a different road now, and I'm open to believing in you, to trusting you, and then just kind of riff on that. Like, I'm open to seeing you as values, beliefs, morals. Like, write it all down. And then I want you to keep this. Like, this is something you're going to keep. You're going to be like, this is the beginning of my journey. This is the beginning of my journey. It's that declaration. So maybe one day you can throw it away, but right now it's like just like a declaration to money. So actually, I'm going to make you like, so it's like, I'm sorry, forgive me. And this is how, I declare now going forward, I'm going to do my best. I vow, it's like I vow to like honor you, to value you, to believe in you. I know that you're here to do this. And I just like riff on like how, now the new relationship with money and how you want it to be. And you're just going to keep that. That's going to be like your declaration that you've made to money. I like the way, Lauren, you thought that was funny to make a declaration to say sorry to money. By the way, I've sent a letter. I send letters. I'm like, I know, yeah, it really works. It really works. Even for me, I've sent letters to like my spirit team. Like, oh, I'm sorry that it took me so long to like really understand my powers. Like, I do it all the time. Like, and it's just like once you do that, and you're like, right, but from now I vow. And it's like that kind of like that vowing thing. Like, I vow now. But once you write it down, it's almost like it becomes like a declaration, and it almost becomes like, it's almost like the Bible when it's 10 commandments. You're almost like pretty much like making a declaration to you and the universe, and you're going to keep that. And anytime that you have any little like blips, or where you feel like, oh, this whole money thing's getting too much, like, or maybe you're just like, money, and it's like, no, we made this declaration, you're going to keep it. And you're like, this is my declaration. I promised I was going to do this to money. Yeah. Right, so languages of love. Let's go on to the languages of love. So languages of love and money. Like, when we see money, it's often like money is just this thing. It is like you say, we've never actually thought about money and building a relationship with money. We've grown up probably, like if you're like me, you grew up in a family which, like, you never even saw money. Did you even see money? I never saw money. Never. It was always like pinging around, or it was like you say, in one hand on the other. But you never actually saw money. It was never like I was a money sat around on the table. There was never, money was just like was like this invisible thing. You never learn how to build a relationship with it. And so the languages of love, I want you to think about, like, what does love mean to you? In the languages of love, it's like they say touch. So one of our languages, love is touch. One of them would be so touch, it would be like fun times, doing fun things. And I want you to think about, like, what is actually your language of love. Maybe it's words of affirmation, maybe it's so touch, spending time together, words of affirmation, doing fun things together, so spending, you know, like quality time together, actually going out and doing things together. So this would be like, with money, this would probably be going out and buying things. And then gifts is some doing things, gifts. And then, but what else? Like, I want you to open up stuff. What actually is your language of love? What is your language of love? So one of my languages of love is, like, sensuality is quite like a big language of love of mine. So like, touch is one of mine. Touch. So for me, it's like touching money. I actually have to physically touch money quite a lot to feel the relationship of it, for money to feel it. So if you're, again, it comes like, take money out of the bank and just allow it to be your language of love. And I know this might feel like, well, how do you do that? Well, you just hold the money, and then you're kind of like, this is how, you know, you really feel into your beliefs, your morals, or values when you've got that money. Maybe you spend time with money. So this is like looking at your, you know, making sure your finances, like, a lot of the time, and this is one of the things that I want you to do, and this is where this is like gonna lead on to, is like, we've got to be open with our money. We can't be like, I'm not going to look at that, see that I've got nothing in my account. I want you to open up your phone every day, look at your bank balance, and be like, thank you for growing. Oh my God, like, thank you. Like, yeah, but this is what I mean. We do. But I want you to open up your phone and be like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for being, even if it doesn't matter if it's a penny, it's like, thank you. And thank you so much for coming into my world, and thank you for growing. I know you're growing. I know this might sound like completely ridiculous, but it's like, you know, you're going to grow. Thank you. I know you're going to grow. Because that's an expectation. I'm thanking you for what's in the now, and I know more and more is going to come into my world. I know there's more of you out there, and you're going to start coming into here right now. Like, and it's like, you literally, like, rather than being like, I just can't, like, if you experience that, I can't even look, like, I cannot look at my banks, I cannot look at my bills, there is some kind of shame there where you have attached it to, it means something to you. If you can look at your bill and go, even if you can't pay it, okay, thank you, but thank you, because actually I had the bone, I had the heat in, so thank you. Can't pay you right now, it doesn't matter, I'm going to pay you. More reviews coming in, I'm going to pay you soon. And literally, it doesn't matter if you've got tons of money or zero money. What matters is the feelings when things come in. If that makes you go, oh my God, like, I'm a terrible person because I can't afford that. That is like where we've got to, like, look and go, actually, I'm not a terrible person. I'm making this mean I'm a terrible person. I'm not. Okay. It just means I can't pay the bill. That's all it means, is I can't pay the bill. It doesn't mean that I'm a terrible person. It doesn't mean that I'm never going to have all the things that I want. But that's what happens when we see something that we even see something that we can't afford. Our brain goes, wow, this is evidence that you're never going to have these things. And it sets your brain off on like this, like, on a tangent. And this is what then you end up doing, you just hide from it. But you've got to open yourself up to put yourself like, oh my God, this is making me feel horrible. I'm never going to have that. Actually, that's my mind telling me this. Actually, it is possible that I can have that. Even if I have zero on my bank now, people have made, into panic. And this is what happens. We literally it is our mind that sends us into panic. I'm never going to have that. And oh my God, I can't afford that. And oh my God, the money's just going to disappear even more. And I'm never going to be able to get on top of it. And actually, just one thing that actually just means It actually, this is what I mean. When we can really pull ourselves into it, it means nothing about us. It is what it is. We don't attach any meaning or story or emotion to it. And I know this is going to sound like, yeah, we attach no emotion to it. That's really hard because it sends me. This is where we learn emotion. This is where we learn nervous system regulation. So really breathing in. Nervous system regulation around money is, it literally is taking those deep breaths, really being with that emotion and allowing it to, like, that panic. So what is, because when you're going into panic, what's the stories, what's the beliefs? And it's unpicking every single one of them and going, that's only one truth. There's plenty of money in this world, so I'm going to go and call some of it in. Rather than going into a panic thinking I'm never going to have enough, I am literally going to go, I'm going to breathe into this. I'm going to be like, yes, okay, that is a truth, but I don't want to assign to that truth right now. We're creating a new experience and a whole new reality of money. So actually, this is what I want this truth to be. Money is available out there, and I'm calling it in. It's showing up. What happens now, what is in my reality now, doesn't mean anything about the potentiality in the future. It doesn't mean about anything about my potentiality. The money I have now and the things that are available to me now just are, just is. What I want, what I desire, I'm allowed to. I give myself permission to have absolutely nothing now and be broke ass, completely on my knees, begging, or whatever, you know what I mean? Begging on the street, anything, like, it doesn't matter. I can still dream and still desire and have that. And actually, but it means nothing about me, nothing. And I know this is like, well, but this is the kind of energy you have to play in. Because when we attach meaning to things is when, like, that energy, we have created this energy where we're still in lack. We've got to go, this means nothing about my potentiality. This means nothing about where I'm going. Where I am now is not a predictor for what I can have and what is available for me. What is available for me is what is in the world. And there is infinite amounts of money in the world. This is how I've grown, okay? This is why my money mindset, like the way I teach money mindset is, and I truly believe, like, I did have nothing when I left my baby's daddy, and I was like, I don't even fucking know how, I didn't even know how I was going to afford to feed my kids. I didn't know I was going to pay rent. I didn't know how to afford to feed my kids. And I spent, like, some money on a coaching program, and I invested in a coaching program, and I was like, was that a really good idea? Because no, I really don't know if I'm, and I was like, but actually, like, I'd already done this money mindset work. I kind of done this money mindset work because all I could keep thinking about was the reason I couldn't leave my ex was because I wouldn't have any money. So I had to do my money mindset work so I could leave my toxic fucking ex. Like, I had to, because the only thing that kept me not saying fuck off was the fact that I thought, like, what happens if I, like, run out of money or money disappears? So I did the money mindset work from, like, thinking, like, and there was a potentiality that I could lose everything, and I had to make peace with, like, absolutely, maybe that I would lose my home, maybe that I would lose my car, maybe that I would lose everything. And so I made peace with that. And that's one of the things that I think was like, what then I was like, but actually, money, there's so much money in this world, and it gets to be like this joyous thing that I can call into my world. You know what? Money just kept appearing. I was like, clients kept appearing, money kept appearing, you know, like, people even from my past were like, so I used to have a house, one of the big house, and one of the people that I rented a room to, or actually I didn't rent a room to, I gave them a room for free for a long time. And they didn't actually pay me, but they came back into my world. They were doing really well for themselves now, and they gave me some money. I literally came into my world and went, here you go. Like, I want you to think, like, we've got to stop thinking as well where money can come from. Like, literally, when you open yourself up to money, it can come from any direction. Don't put so much pressure on money has to come in like this and like this and like this. Obviously, you know your avenues. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's like could be high ticket affiliate marketing, it could be whatever you're doing, it could be like work, it could be I don't know what else do people do? I really struggle here because I'm just like, I only know the online world. But like there's so many streams. So passive income, lagging one-on-one, like there's just so many, like, and I want you to think that as well, but money can come in from so many different directions as well. It could come from a scratch card. Like it can come from rebates, it can come from bills in your home being like so I'm playing. I was funny enough. I've been playing games with my sister. I have been playing games with my sister, and she keeps getting like, she keeps winning, like on doing the football and doing all this and horses and that. She keeps winning, and she's like, it's just really working. Like I remember when I was teaching some of my friends this, how to just lighten up around money and just see money, visualize money coming in from so many different directions. They were like, oh, it actually does get to come in. Like I just went, oh, that's that scratch card, and I won like 200 euros. And it's like, it just kind of like, when we can just open up that money can come from like so many different directions, we're not so hyper focused on like, get it from that. Like again, it's this opening. It's always to me, it's always about opening, energetically opening that money's available to come into me from many different directions, all over the place. Like this is like, I'm not shutting down to anything. I'm completely opening the money being able to come into my world. Like that's probably the biggest declaration to make, is that you are open for money to come in a million different directions, in a million different ways, in a million different days. Money can come into you, and really feel into that. And by the way, I this as well for the people that watch this on the replay. While I'm doing this, there's a lot of energy that I'm shifting and a lot of energy that I'm moving. You can actually see me, my hands are going all over the place here. So like I'm literally, as I'm talking, like I don't believe I ever stop doing energy work. Like when I speak and I'm doing my trainings, I'm moving energy for you. Like it's already kind of like preset in my natural aura to move energy. And that's why these things just work, because things just go like ding 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 ding, because I'm literally moving energy. But yeah, so, and I want you to think, like, if money was coming into your life in different days, and you're like, oh my god, money comes to me in so many different ways. Like when you start actually believing that and opening yourself up to that, you literally start opening yourself up like to different things. You'll be like, oh, I can do that and bring money into me that way. Oh, I can open a little avenue over here. Oh, that's going to give me an avenue for money. And it might seem really insignificant, but when you have little different avenues for money, if you think millionaires, they don't have one, they're not hyper focused on one income stream. They have many different things. So maybe it's courses, maybe it's investing. So it'll be passive, like courses and passive income, investing. I do a lot of affiliate marketing. So I have things that are not my products, and I have them in places, and I'm like, check out this. And so I think I've got a hoodie. I also have like different ways money can come to me over on Instagram. Like I've monetized my link in bio, so people can come and get a card reading from me. Now these are 33 euros, so it's not like, they're not like huge, but it's like they're just ways money can come in through me. And I want you to see, like, you literally, like, I want you to think of, instead of thinking like just the one way that's going to make me a millionaire, and being all this like, no, pressure on money. This is what we do. We put so much pressure on money, and that's what then we get the panic, because we put so much pressure, and then there's the panic. So it's the in and it's the out. And I want you to think energy in, energy out here. So you put loads of pressure on money, it turns into panic. When you open up to a lightness around money and open up to the money being available in many ways, you've kind of opened up money to be light. And it's like, oh yeah, I could bring money in this way. I can see money coming into my world this way. Whether it be, I want you to think in your life, like the things that you do, how can you open up to different streams of income? How can you open up to, money flowing in. And this is like, and also make a declaration. I get to, like, money comes from all these different directions. I did that. So we're not going to go back into that. Right. There's a lot of energy. I literally am moving a lot of energy. So when you are listening, anyone from on the replay as well, just know you'll get an energy shift. Like, I feel my hands going. So they're completely fired up to move energy. Oh, this feels good. Right, I'm going to check this. Well, receiving, playing and receiving. Oh, that's kind of like the only bit that I haven't really like gone into yet. No, that's kind of like the last bit before we do. Oh, look, that's going to be like, I was going to say, so by the time I've done the releasing and the activation, I think that's going to be 2 hours. Oh, well, I'm too good. I actually don't think I can do anything for less than 2 hours. Right, so in playing and the receiving, so, and this is, when you play and the receiving, again, it's one of the things that you make a conscious, like, effort to do this, like, on a daily basis, of feeling money coming in and it not feeling weird or not feeling like, oh my God, like, so if I wanted to say, like, it's like 50K dropped in your, like, lap right now, how would you feel? It would be like, I'm imagining you'd be like, oh my God, get it over there, like, whoa. It would feel like so unnatural. And I want you to feel like money's coming into you and it feels natural. It feels good to have money in your world. Because when we don't have it, we're often, it's almost like, what would I do if it actually came? And so I want you to feel like, in playing in this receiving of money, just feeling really natural and coming to you every single day. And like I say, you're going to do this on a daily basis where you're like, money feels good coming into my world and it feels normal and it's natural. Okay, there's going to be some excitement. Like, when it actually does come, there will be some extra excitement. But I want you to be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Money's coming into me and it feels so beautiful. It feels like it's mine. You know, it feels so good. And this to me is playing and the receiving. And it's like, and then it's like, it's almost like that celebration, but it's not like panic celebration. It's like, this is so good. This is what I'm here for. This yummy. And this is when you go into that, like, all those words. So money's yummy. And then it's like, oh my God, and this is what we're going to, and I want you to be really clear, like, when money comes in, where's it going? Money likes to come when it knows it's going somewhere. So get really clear on where money's going. You know, and whether this be debts, whether this be, you know, holidays, whether this be savings, like, for me right now, having a savings account is where my money's going. And that for me is because, for me, having like backup was actually what meant more to me, like, than, you know, going out and spending loads on holidays and all these like fancy things. For me, having a hot as fuck savings account is like, it just is where my heart feels really good. And I think that when you've got kids, like, that's kind of like, for you, is what feels good. So it's like, right, I want, and I don't want a savings account because, and it's not like, oh, I want a savings account because I'm broke as fuck, and I want a savings account because that's going to make me feel like it's really good. It's like, no, it's like, we've got to flip the energy here. So it's kind of like a positive energy. Like, I want a savings account because a savings account's hot as fuck, not because I need a really big savings account because one day all that money's going to run out. What if money never comes to me again and I need that savings account? So we've got to look at, like, why are we creating a savings account? Why are we doing this? And like, make it so it's like comes from a positive energy. So we want a big of savings account because we want to be someone who, like, if we want something, money's always available. Like, so we're going to have the savings account, or like, if my kids need something, like, the money's there. Like, it's the energy you put behind everything when it comes to money that creates your experience and your reality, and like crafts a new energy with money. So if you're constantly like, oh, I need this, like, again, it's like, it's that pressure on money. Well, I've got to have a savings account, so I don't have a savings account. Like, if everything stopped, if the world ended, like, and I didn't have a savings account, like, oh my God, like, oh, what would I ever do? It's like, no, we've got to release the pressure on money and be like, right, I want a savings account. Savings account is hot as fuck, and I want to be a woman who can just like see something I really want and then whip out the money for it, you know. And or like I say, my kids want something, or I can just decide I want to go away on holiday, or, you know, if, you know, I decided I want to burn down my business and start another one, like I can. Like just like what is actually the good things? The good, it's not, it's like that. What are them drivers? Like the drive, what is driving you towards money? And again, I want you, and here's another thing, I want you to think about why you want money. Again, playing in the receiving of money, why do you want it? And what would having it like mean for you? And then again, I want you to think about what would having that do for you? And then again, go a level deep, like what would that having that do for you? Oh my God, that is like, that's like the greatest thing I've ever heard. I've just realized I don't save money in case I don't have it. Like, what is that all about? That, but maybe, but the thing is, though, that could actually be if you went, yep, maybe that is where you are at in your life. Maybe that's where you're at in your life. Like, I'm going to spend my money because actually, you know what? And this could come from a really positive energy. Yeah, but there's a thing where, right, but the thing is that could be a really positive thing, or it could be like, well, I've got to spend my money because that could be like, yeah, you could be at a place, but does that align with actually what you truly want? But there's fear around by the way you've written that, I'm feeling there's a fear around like we've got to get rid of this money in case I die, rather than I actually really want to go out and spend all my money. I love spending my money because that's where fun is. Like maybe that is where you are. Like I'm happy spending all my money because I'm having so much fun. Then that's a good energy. But if it's like, oh my God, I can't save because I'm like I need to spend all my money because in case I die, there's fear underneath that. And this is more like you've got to get rid of money, because money actually, and what I'm feeling here for you, Luce, is again, money's going to mean that pain, money's going to mean that suffering. So get rid of it. It's better off not with me. It's better off not around me. Maybe one, because you're not very good about it, but people might not like you if you have that. That Seven of Cups card that's coming up there. There's actually a fear around having money and holding money and being with money. So these are the things where you kind of like, and you can like, imagine if you had a big fuck off savings account, imagine how much fun you could have and just knowing that you're spending money with a fuck off savings account. I believe like money, we have to, like, I'll just go back to what I was going on to before about that why. So like, why do you want money? Yeah. So that's kind of like, we've created like this thing, if I'm saving money, then it's not accessible to me. But actually it is. It's your money. So it's always accessible. It's always there for you. You haven't dropped it, you've not stuck it in a bag and tied it to some waves and dropped it in the bottom of the ocean. Is it always actually accessible? Yeah, but that's the thing is, if that's a true belief, like spending is more fun than saving, and you have fun when you're spending, and spending is more fun than saving. So it's like, right, I'm going to own this. I want loads of money because spending is way more fun than saving. But also, I want, and this is where we have to get really clear. Sometimes we don't have to be set. I'm not telling you have to be a saver. If like you can't get all your energy around saving, and saving's not where you're at now. But for me, having a big savings account is hot as fuck. Like it's sexy. To have no money sat in your account is like not sexy. But to have a savings account is sexy as fuck, and it makes me feel really good. So it's like, you got to look at yourself like, and by the way, I'm also about spending is fucking sexy as fuck as well. Like I want the both. So I'm, you know, last year I think I went away once a month. Like I literally was away down in San Emilio once a month, buying myself food, you know, like staying in different places. So like I spent a lot of money, but I also saved. And I want this to be able, it's like, it's whatever makes you feel good, it has to be. And again, this is what I'm saying, like when you, the playing and the receiving is why do you want money? Really open yourself up to why do you want that money and what would having that do to you? And again, like when you think about that, what would having that do for you? And then again, think about like once you've written that answer down, what would having that do for you? And this is where you get really deep with money. This is literally going to enable me to create and do the things that I love. Yeah, but this is what we grow up with. We've got to save money for a rainy day. No, we don't. We just save. That's what I mean. That's like we're saving. That's made it boring. That's made saving money like seem shit. We're saving money for a rainy day. No, I'm saving money because it makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel. It gives me a cornerstone. It gives me power. To have money sat in my bank. When I have no money sat in my bank, I know I'm like. When I've got a fuck off savings account, I feel powerful. If I've got anything less than 5K in my account, I'm like, ugh. By the way, it did happen when I invested quite big in January. And it did almost make me feel sick because I took myself down and I was like, what about if we don't get back up? I was like, but we did in February, so it was fine. But there was that sickness feeling because I was like, it did make me feel really sick. And this is again, like when we think about why you want money, I want you to think about like the needs and the wants. They're very different. There's things you need money for. No clothes, heating. They're non-negotiables. You have to pay them. These are the things you need money for. So get really clear on what you need money for. Then I want you to get really clear on what you want money for and claim everything. This is an exercise where you can go away and you can do this. Write down your needs, write down your wants. We're going to do a little exercise right now. And I want you to really think about like, if you had, I literally want you to write and like, not going to do this now. Like you can go away and do this, but I want you to be like, I want you to physically write down everything that you would want and how much money. Like, so maybe it's a holiday a year, you know, maybe it's a holiday 3 times a year. Like I really want you to think about everything that you want and go all out on this thing. So over a year, I want you to think about, and I want to save this much money. I want to have this much money for that. I want to have this much money for food. I want to have this much money for shoes. Like get really clear, right? And I want you to add it up. Then I want you to double it. And that is like the kind of vibration of money that's what you desire. So don't look at this and I want you to double it. At the end, I want you to double it. But I want you to really focus on the feeling. When you double that and see that figure, what's that feeling? What is that feeling? Then you're going to get that and that's be one of the first things you're going to drop in the chat for me. I want to know what that feeling is. When you double that figure, is it like, what's that feeling? Is it like, never run that? That's fucking crazy. Oh my God, the whole world, that's ludicrous. That is absolutely ludicrous. And then if there's any coaches here as well, I want you to think about what you want for a year's worth of coaching. Okay, so what and anyone, actually, even if you're employed, like what do you want to earn? Like on a either salary or in your coaching, like on a yearly basis, what do you want to earn? And again, I want you to double that figure. And again, I want you to think of like, does that, then I want you to see, does that align with that? Does those two align? And what did that make you, also, what did that make you feel like when you get what you're making a year, you've doubled it? And do the two align? Because if they how do they make you feel? If the two don't align, you need to adjust this one. You're not adjusting this one. You're not crushing yourself down ever. You're adjusting this one. Okay, and you're going to put that, right, this is what I actually require a year to do this. And you're just going to hold this in a vibration again. You're going to play in the receiving of this. And this is how much I earn. This is my lifestyle. This is how I dress like. This is how I eat like. This is the kind of activities I do every single day. That's the kind of receiving of money. You literally play your life like doing all the most wonderful things that you would do. But first of all, you're going to know what that is. So we're going to write that down, but you're going to double it. And that's the figure. When I did mine, by the way, I'm just going to give you a clear indication. Mine was 55K. 55K. Okay. And I was like, totally like, so when I like, this was like, by the way, I think it was rounded up. I think it was something like actually like 53K. So I just rounded up to 55K, which I'm more than welcome to do. And it was like, and I was like, how is that? It didn't feel possible. It's like that just feels like miles away. Okay. Oh, 55, by the way, 55K a month that was, just so you realize that was 55K a month, not a year, a month. When I ended up everything that I wanted to do, buying a house, going here, traveling, having this, having that, it was 55K a month. Okay, not a year, right? And I just thought there was a time when it felt entirely impossible, you know, and I've had to like literally look at that every single day and feel like, yes, this is possible. Open myself up to that it is possible. And this is what I mean. You can't do that unless you're clear. You are never going to open yourself up to the money you want unless you are clear on it. And we have to be like, this is what I want. And yes, it might seem crazy, ludicrous, but it is possible. That's all we have to believe, that it is possible. It's out there. There's money doesn't fly around and go, Lauren's not having this. No, but this one over here can. You know, Lucinda is only getting this much. This is all she came here for. I'm not going to give her anything else. Money doesn't do that. We do this. We've actually created all the beliefs around money. So we have to change them all. That money, so when you do this exercise, I want you to actually see that money and feel that money, that it is coming to you and that it is possible. That's all we have to believe, that it is possible. You don't know when, you don't know how, but you're just going to wake up every day and be like, fuck yes, this is a reality. And just, that's the kind of energy that I play in. The energy that also that I play in, that like I wake up and I've just seen that 100K's hit my bank account. I'm like, fuck yes. I wake up and that's like, so every day, if you woke up and knew that 100K, so that you were certain that 100K was coming to you every single day, what would you be doing in this lifetime? How would you be showing up? How would you be thinking about money? How would you be believing about money? What would you be, how would you be expecting things, money? So I want you to really feel like 100K is dropping in your bank account every single day. Like, what are you doing? How are you speaking about money? I'm sure like if money, if you 100K was landing in your bank every single day, and be like, money, I fucking hate you. Money has a panic. These wouldn't be happening. So we've got to shift ourselves. We've got to shift all this, and like it's almost like let it go, like let it out of our body, and then go, because it is possible. Every single penny that you want, like you truly want, so when you've done that exercise, every single penny that you truly want is in this 2D dimension. Okay, it is available for you. It is here. The world is not running out of money. You can have as much as you want. Infinite money is available. And I already believe that I'm actually going to go over now. Okay, right. Does anyone have any questions? Because I'm going to do a little, I'm going to do the releasing. We're going to do the releasing. And then I'm going to, I'm going to go through some of the assumptions that I have, which is kind of like going to help you like start to create your own. And then, yeah, that should be it. Okay, right. Everyone get in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes because I'm going to take a drink because I feel like I'm done so much talking. So just take your time, by the way, there's no rush, just get comfortable, close your eyes, and yeah, start taking some deep breaths in and out. Just slowly in and out. Mm. Right, okay. Okay, so as always, I'm right here with you, going with my eyes shut, doing this with you. So I just want you to breathe in and out and really connect with your heart space right now. Breathing in and then breathing out through your heart. Really connecting to that heart space. Really opening that heart space to money, to new beliefs, new truths, new values, new morals. Know that we don't have to know all of them now, but just be open to having your heart open, your crown open, just your solar plexus open, your root chakra open, sacral open to new beliefs, new truths, new values of money, all of them just coming in. And over the next, few weeks, they're gonna just, even 4 weeks, they're just gonna like come in through you. You're opening, so all this new energy with money can literally start coming through you. You can even open your third eye to money if you'd like. Let's open our third eye to money. Let's open it all. Let's open us all ourselves up to money. Every little single cell, every single little yeah, every cell. Okay. And I just want you right now to see everything just leaving your body. All those truths, all those beliefs are just leaving your body right now. And you see all the people that has ever, like, wherever, and maybe it was a TV program, maybe it was like your parents, but maybe it was an ex-boyfriend, an ex-partner, but I just want you to see everything, everything, it's all leaving your body right now. From your mind, from your throat, from your heart, from your solar plexus, from your womb space, so your sacral and your root. I just want you to see that everything is just leaving. People, maybe it's a place that reminds you of, never having enough. So it's that home. Maybe it's, whatever it is, whatever's coming to mind is going to be right for you. But I just want you to see it all leaving your body right now. Every truth, every belief, every value, every moral, it's all leaving your body. Every person's voice, everything. Maybe it's that shaggy old sweater that your parents used to wear when you were younger. Maybe it's that, that they used to wear these horrible, secondhand things and pass me downs. And it's just one of them things that you just dread. And it's like, oh, I need to let go of that. That's got to go. Everything, just feel that I'm going to give you time, and I'm going to really move, and then we're going to really let's go through everything just leaving your body. It's leaving. No, all the codes, all the coding, all the everything is leaving your body. You're a pristine, clear slate. Money is moralless. Everyone, every TV show, like I say, TV shows, books, maybe you read books about money as well, things, the radio, wherever you think is things are coming up where you're like, yes, in the crown, to the third eye, everywhere, it's all coming out. Oh, there's a lot stuck in that throat chakra as well. Like, it's like, it's almost like money chokes us. It makes us feel like we don't have a voice, like we struggle to speak about money. So there's a lot of shame there. Like, let that go. Like, you get to be able to speak about the things that you want money for. You get to be able to ask for money. You get to be able to, you know, be like, I love selling and I love asking for money. And I love, you know, sharing about, you know, the things that I want money to be able to do in my life. Like, we get to like speak about these things. Like, that is not, like, there is no shame there. So I want you to release all that from that space. And we get to talk about money in a beautiful way. Like, I can't wait to have this much money till I can do that, rather than sitting there and not saying a thing about money. I want you to open up to actually speaking about money and money enabling you to do the things that you want to do, and talking about it in like this grand way. Because remember, that is also what millionaires do. They talk about what money is going to get them to do and the things that they're going to have. They speak about it in such a like light, easy manner. Like, oh, better not talk about money. It's not a taboo subject. Remember, in the world of money, money's not a taboo subject. When we see money as not belonging to us, or we don't expect money to be part of our world, it becomes this taboo subject where we better not talk about it in case, I don't know, in case we upset someone or upset ourselves maybe. So let's start talking about money more. Yeah, and remove all that. Money does not dictate your worth. Money does not dictate, when we're removing from your heart here now and kind of like your solar, money does not dictate your worth, your value. You dictate money's value. Money believes in you as well. I want you to know that money actually believes in you. Money wants you to have the most fantastic life ever. Money wants to work for you. Money wants to come to you. Money wants to be in your world. Let's ground ourselves in the safety of money. Then that enables us to have a house and feel protected. We're wearing clothes. So anything that says that money is bad or not good, well, I'm fully clothed. And I don't think I'd want to walk around naked. So actually money is good. Simple things like that. Because I know for some, this journey might, you might just begin on this journey. That was one of the things I told myself every single day. And you can do like really simple things. Let's ground in some like, yeah, some really like masculine energy with money, that it gets to be, you know, protection and safety. And I'm just clearing more from those, that womb space. Just really seeing like, where do you hold money as like, so I want you to really connect with your womb space now, and I really want you to feel money as like this creator with you. So clear all that out of your womb space, that when money feels bad or wrong, or where it feels like it doesn't belong. And I want you to really put money in that womb space as like something that you create with. It's birthing all that you desire in this lifetime. I need to feel it in there right now. Money literally flows through you and works for you. Okay. So now I want you to, this is where we're going to go on to the fun part now. So I want you to, I want you to just imagine that you are like in the most beautiful place. Somewhere where if you had money, you would take yourself to, and it would just be somewhere you would go and it would be tranquil. There's no money there. This is somewhere like this kind of outside, and it's just the most beautiful spot you could ever be in. And it takes your breath away. And I actually kind of like, even when you go here now, I want you to try and think of somewhere where you actually would go. This is a real place where you would go, and it's somewhere that you can connect with like divine and really be at like one with the universe, one with the divine powers. You're going to see yourself there, like even like when you have so much money, you're still going to take yourself to this place. And you're still going to be able to feel so grateful for everything that you have now and still allow yourself to desire more. And it's like in this place, you know that you are like an energetic extension of the universe, and therefore all the money that comes through you, you are just a conduit. You are a conduit for money. You are a portal to money for money to work through. So it's like money come through me. It's like God, divine powers, I am open for you. Send me the money, I will like circulate it. I will do good with this money. So in this place, wherever you are, where you feel the most at one with the universe and divine powers, I want you to just kind of see coming from in the distance, there is a dragon that is coming towards you. This is the dragon that is going to bring you and help you bring and create the most wealth and money. I want you to really hone in what color it is and what does it look like. What does this dragon feel like? Just connect with that dragon right now. So we're going to send that dragon. We're going to allow that dragon. Now you've connected with that dragon. That dragon's going to go up in the sky. That dragon, you're going to stand underneath that dragonfly, and you're just going to allow that dragonfly to completely cleanse and clear you, finish cleansing and clearing you of all those money beliefs and blocks. Like your whole body's getting a complete cleansing in the dragon fire. And the dragon's going off, and we're going to send that dragon away to find you and get you. It's going to go and bring back all those money codes, all those wealth codes. It's literally going to go. It's going to clear all your past. It's going to like go into all those realms. It's going to find all your old money codes, all your wealth codes where you have money. It's going to bring them back to you. All those sacred contracts around money, all those codes, all those wealth codes. And anywhere where there's any belief is going to completely fire blaze those realms and cleanse, neutralize any realms where money meant bad or tainted things. And this dragon now is off. It's doing its work for you. And I just want you to kind of like feel yourself just filling up with all those wealth codes, and know that this may take like a few weeks over the next month, but you're filling up with wealth codes, you're filling up with new money codes, all your sacred contracts are being called back to you. Your true mission, your true purpose is all coming back for you. Like your ability to make money. If you desire money in this lifetime, it's because you had it in a past lifetime. So all that knowledge of, and that knowing with money that it's coming back to you. new truths, new beliefs, new values, new morals are all going to be starting to like come into your vortex. Money is a complete protection for you. When you almost see that money swirling around you, money cars, wealth cars are all swirling around you, they are protecting you. They're like a big wall of protection of light. Money is now innate for you. Deeply ingrained in your body is the belief that money wants to be there for you. It supports you. It's loving, it's loyal, it's stable. And anything else you want to add to that, I want you to put your words in there now. Just go through some of the words that you would like to assign to money. And I want you to believe that you are safe with money. Money is power, pleasure, expansion. It's evolution. It's your soul's evolution. It's your soul's calling. It's your soul's desire. It's your heart's desire. Really truly connect now to the highest of what your soul and heart truly desire. I want you to see where you are, everything. The place, the scenes, where are you, the people that you're with. Is it like a film or a movie? And what kind of house are you living in? What kind of car are you driving? What kind of holidays are you going on? And I just want you to see like a movie or a film playing, like you're literally in there, and it's like, whoa, this is my life. This is everything I've created. It's already happened. You know, where are you? What can you hear? What can you see? What people saying? What's everyone talking about? What's everyone doing? What's the smell? What's the taste? What are you drinking? What are you eating? What do things look like? Maybe you have a few different houses, but really know how this is yours. It's already happened. In this time, in that timeline, and this timeline we're on now, like it's happened. I want you to feel that. I want you to feel that flowing through every single vein of your body, every single vein of your body. That's already happened. It's yours. We're just going to pull this in and ingrain that into your, and like infuse that into your body right now. I just see that flowing around like a beautiful energy. No, it's already happened. It's already done. It's yours. Breathe into that. How does it, like, how it feels to know that that's done. It's yours. It's not outside of you anymore. It's within you. It always has been within you. Okay. Just take a few deep breaths in and out. Again, we're opening. And I just want you to be like, money, show me how good it gets. Really, show me how good it gets. God, divine powers, show me how good it gets. Show me how easy it can be. I'm asking for your guidance right now, and this is like how you are for your spirits. I'm asking for guidance right now. Show me. Show me how good it can get. Show me how easy it can get. Show me how fun it can get. Show me how much joy we can create. Show me how much, pleasure it can bring us. But just show me how good it can get. Show me how easy it can be. And again, just seeing yourself as the one last time, just seeing yourself as the actual conduit. Money flowing through you. And it's continuously, it's like that energy that flows through you. In and then out, in and then out, in and then out. Continually, it never stops cycling. Never ever. Okay. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. Okay. Oh, right. So while you guys come up round, I'm just going to briefly talk about again the languages of love. I want you to know. So the languages of love are touch, gifts, words, time spent together, and doing things. And I want you to also think about your languages of love. Like, how do you experience love? Or maybe a language of love for you is, I don't know, eating strawberries under the sun. Like, that is a complete language of love. And it's like, so when you do that, you're going to be like, oh yeah, strawberries cost money, I'm in clothes. And you're just going to bring this back to like kind of a relationship with money. It's opening yourself up to, if money were a language of love is you for gifts, that money actually buys you a lot of gifts. You buy yourself things, and even if it's little things, like if a language of love for you is like quality time, and maybe you just spend some time with your accounts, not hiding from them, but you actually spend time looking at your money, looking at ways you can expand money. Like you literally sit there and expand. Maybe again, like when you're doing things, it's like maybe you make your purse look nice. Maybe you organize like a nice space for money, like a little tray for your change to go, and like you just do things for money because that is like, a language of love for you. And then again, spending time with money. So actually, like when you're out spending money, you actually see this as you spending time with money. You're actually physically spending time with money. Like money is, maybe when you're taking a walk, you actually initiate, like you set the intention that this is you spending some time thinking about money and how you're going to expand money. So you're spending time with money. It's all about the intention. With here, when you're using the language of love to like literally build your relationship with money, it's like you set the intention, like I'm doing this today, like I'm taking a drive. Like, so for me, when I go to Santa Emilion, it's like I'm spending time with money this weekend, because I know when I go to Santa Emilion and I go out and I'm going for dinner and I'm driving, so I've got fuel, food, wine. Like I'm spending time with money that weekend, and it's me and money, and we're like having the most beautiful weekend away. And I literally set the intention that this is me and money having the most beautiful weekend away. And that's how I've kind of built a relationship with money, because I've actually started to open myself up and see like this is me and money spending time together. So when you're going out for dinner with your friends, this is not just dinner with your friends, this is you and money having a really good time together. When you're eating a bowl of ice cream. This is money being and money's being your best friend, because it's like making you feel better. It's not just you eating a tub of ice cream. Like this is me and money spending time together. Me and money, we're comfort eating here. Me and money have got this down to a T. Like money's always there for me. Makes me feel good. You know, we can find happiness in money, even in like the bottom of an ice cream cup. Believe me. That's how I think I put on like weight last year, because me and food, with all the grief that I went through last year, food, chocolate especially, and mango sorbet became my favorite thing. But it was like I was like, right, me and money are spending some comfort time together. I was spending quality time with money. My ice cream shop wasn't ice cream, it's sorbet actually. Sounds bad, sorbet. Right. I also want you to think about, again, I'm going to say again, like, what did you hear growing up? What have you decided is true for you around money? What have you decided are the truths around money? So what did you hear growing up? What did you experience growing up? Where does the pain, let's open yourself right up to, you know, not just growing up, but where is the pain come from money? Think about everything that's ever bad happened and you've attached it to money. Like, let's write all this down and get it out over the next like couple of weeks when we're together. Like, this is like the things, but I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna write more of these questions actually in the chat as well, so that you always have them. So now I'm going to go to affirmation. Right. So these are my personal affirmations, by the way. So I'm going to read these to you so you can kind of like, yeah, just understand like what it means to have like assumptions around money, creating assumptions around money, creating new rules and laws and assumptions around money. So money is loyal to me. Money is loyal to me. Money is stable for me. I love the freedom money enables me to have. More money is always coming, more is always available. Money lets me do my soul's work and be in my truth. Money protects and helps me to be safe. Money grows on trees in my world. How many times did you hear when you were growing up, there's money? No, money doesn't grow on trees. So now money grows on trees in my world. Like, I just decided, like, I didn't want to ever assign to the belief that money didn't grow on trees. It was such ingrained in my thing that money didn't grow on trees that I made the belief that money does grow on trees in my world. I don't know how that's going to materialize. You know, if they say, if you say something enough, that it actually comes true. So, well, I'm going to wait to see what happens with this one, because I've been saying it a while now. Money grows on trees in my world. Money grows on trees. I'm here to have a money tree one day. One day I'm going to manifest a money tree. It's going to come. I know it is. Maybe someone will send me like a little fake money tree. I'm like, yeah, money does grow on trees. Or maybe a money tree. Maybe one day I'll own an orchard, which, like an apple orchard. I don't know, but money grows on trees in my world, and I expect that to happen at some point. Money comes every day in a million different ways. I make love to money for the collective and my soul's purpose. Oh yeah, this is another one. This is a really good one. I am so grateful for being seen, heard, and paid every single day. So we are grateful. You're grateful. Then you're already saying, I'm grateful for being seen, heard, and paid every single day. I am grateful. This is that's one thing you've got to get in, is that gratitude. I am magnetic to money and all my desires. Money loves me. Money loves to come to me. Money flows to me in like a million different ways in streams. There is infinite amount of money. There is always more. That was another thing. There is always more. Like, we're not capped on this. That was quite a huge one for me. Yeah. In the beginning as well, oh yeah, I can be safe and make a fuck ton of money. And money enables me to do all the things that I love. Money enables me, money is a divine resource which helps me co-create my dreams and desires. It's safe to want money. It's safe to desire wildly. When it comes to making money, I'm always more than enough and I deserve to have it all. Money is happy when I am. Money loves to roll out the red carpet for me. I can manifest as much money as I desire with energy and action. I'm always attracting the most like delicious, yummy, scrummy money, sexy money that I desire in my life. I've got sexy money is alive in my world. So think of something that, like, whatever money is for you, yummy money is alive in my world. And we are creating miracles daily. So yummy money, whatever it is, kind of like whatever feels good for you. Money respects me, it cares for me, it loves me, it supports me. Money enables me to have the most beautiful body and eat the most amazing food. Money chooses me. My clients choose me, money chooses me. I deserve money. I deserve all the money in the world. For my soul mission, for my soul purpose, and so that I can be the best of me. Money's keeping my highest path clear. I trust money. I trust myself with money. I trust others with my money. That was a huge one. I think that's it. Oh, it gets to be easy. That's it. It gets to be easy. Money gets to be easy. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. So that's the kind of idea of an assumption that's going to give you some. So take what serves you, play with that. Like, write that down, maybe go back over, but write that down. Like, take what serves you, leave what doesn't. Make it your own. Make it sound like you. Yeah. Yeah, play with it. Literally play with all of that. Lucia, obviously, I know you've been in my world, so I know you're maybe you do feel like you're good at writing assumptions now, but hopefully that anyone else who listens to this on the replays where you're like, yeah, right, I kind of get what assumptions are. They're just like affirmations, but they're like, you kind of say them like it's already happened. Like, so it's like, oh, that was it. I'm a millionaire. That's I don't know why I didn't read that one. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire, so I'm a millionaire is on there. I'm a millionaire. Make a fuck ton of money every day. Oh yeah, so money chooses me daily. I'm a millionaire. Yeah, got this. Yeah. Like I am a millionaire. So it's never like I want to be a millionaire. It's like I am a millionaire. And I want you to think about this whenever you're going through your life. It's like, and you see like something I want, it's like, then you just change that into an assumption like that it's already happened. I am driving a red Ferrari. I am the owner of a red Ferrari. Maybe that's one then. That isn't actually on mine, but maybe that should be. Because I really see myself driving around because red and black little horse, like that's kind of like, it would actually be the coolest thing to have a red Ferrari for me. That would be an actual cool thing. Maybe I should put it down there that I drive a red Ferrari. Oh look, I'm in my red dressing gown tonight. But guess what? It's got a dragon on the back. So yeah, like I say, that is assumptions. They're like laws, they're like beliefs that now that you are ingrained in, and you say your assumptions every single day. So you're going to write these out, and it's going to be like, it's almost like a Bible of beliefs and assumptions. So these things that you assume to be true now about money. So and you might have to go really deeper on this, like money is, and think about what you want to be true for money. And just write it down, and this thing is going to grow. Like this will become like, if you only start with 5, and then like I say, new things are going to be coming to you over the next 2 to 4 weeks. So just allow it and just start writing them down. You can end up with a 5-page directory around money, which is good, by the way, because this is everything that's needs to be said. And it's and then you're going to just keep telling yourself this every single day, so that it kind of ingrains in your body. And then when you actually be like, actually, I'm now certain of all of this. Like I still read my money ones every single day. And whenever I stop doing the money affirmations or the money assumptions, I always notice how things kind of drop off. So I really believe doing this every single day is until we actually are a millionaire, until you have everything that's on that list. And then there is literally just keep doing it. And affirmations are something you do, these assumptions are something you do every single day, either 10 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes in the evening. But you go through all your assumptions, and you're literally ingraining this into your DNA and your subconscious and in your mind. This is the power of your mind, by the way. And this is for so long we've told ourselves so many, as it were, lies. And so now you're just going to it's almost like you're going to reprogram your mind to believe in all these actual things that you want to believe. If you think every time you're growing up, you were made to believe your parents or society. So now, and the world we come from, which was not wrong, it's not wrong, it's just what it is. So now we've done the clearing, and it's now you're going to reprogram that mind. So it's got to be a daily thing where you're yes, this is I'm here, this is what I do. I'm going to reprogram that mind. Right, guys, I don't want to go on for too much longer. So that is it. That is it. Woo-hoo. So the 2 weeks fun is going to start. You've got a lot to do. Even if you just did everything that I covered in here, that is going to completely change your experience with money. We've got another 2 weeks together to really integrate and hold this for you, this is what's going to make it game changing. Because I guarantee, if you'd have done any other thing that you'd watch an abundance activation, you'd have left it and you probably wouldn't do anything. And I know that because I've done it. I've been that person. So these next 2 weeks where you're actually implementing things, and I'm giving you little check this, check that. I want you to check this. It's going to be the game changer where you actually start seeing oh, fuck, what about every time we fill up with fuel? What does that make you feel? I'm going to be dropping some things and these are all from my own experience, by the way. So just know that the next 2 weeks is going to be fun. We're going to play some fun manifestation games as well. So I look forward to it. anyone on the replay, obviously, or anyone who purchases this afterwards, and obviously if you're not in the 2 weeks, you don't have the 2 weeks after, like everything that I have gone through in here is going to give you a really solid foundation for changing your like frequency and energy of money. And so I want you to know, like, go back through this, keep going back through this, because every time you listen to this, something will land slightly differently. It will open you up again. I've already set that intention for this. Like, you could literally listen to this, and every time you listen to this, something else will ping. Money is like an evolution. So this training, you could listen to this training once a month. Something will land differently. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's where my next level is in money now. It will always just land differently. And just know that you don't need a million different trainings in money. You need this one training. So also, like, I want you to get really clear on what your story is around money. What is the story you are telling yourself around money? And then write a new story. Write a whole new story. Literally do that. That's the final exercise. Is I want you to get really clear. And that was it. I was closing the stuff. I probably won't be able to find the page where I wrote the notes. What did money mean to you growing up? Really think about the story you're telling yourself there. What did money mean? Really get really deep with this story. And then what do you want it to mean? What's the new story you're going to tell yourself? And write this story out. It's almost a bit like that declaration, but you're just going to go deeper in what you want the story, your story of money to be. If it was like, this is your life and your story of money, what would it be? And really write that down. Write this new story and be like, this is what we're telling myself. It's not the victim story where money's in one hand out the other and all the stories of lack. We're writing the story where we have a beautiful relationship with money. Is this, is that, like, you go into town and this story of money, you're just going to write the most beautiful story of money. And then when you feel, here's just another little exercise you can do. And this is actually what I do. It's feel into money being like the greatest love of your life, and just feel it as the greatest love of your life. And just know it's always going to be there for you. You trust it, you respect it, you love it and adore it back. And that is mutual. This is something they're going to have to practice, because at the moment, money won't feel like that. That energy will feel very clunky, but it's got to feel mutual. Again, if you're in the 2 weeks, I'll be helping you do some of this. But thank you so much for being here live, and thank you for watching on the replay. And yeah, let's make lots of magic freaking money, because that makes the world go round. I truly believe money makes the world go round. It's one of my beliefs as well. Money makes the world go round in a beautiful way. Like, that's my choice, that money isn't like this evil thing where only money makes the world go round in the most beautiful way. Is there any of you want to share anything before I go? If you've got any questions? All good here. All good here. That makes me happy, because it means I've done a good job. But I think you probably have enough to go away with, and so yeah, that's probably why there's so much to take away from this. And then, like I say, we've got 2 weeks to implement it all, which is going to be the fun part. Anyone else? Okay. I am literally, if everyone, I'm just going to wait for a couple of minutes in case there's some kind of delay, or I think we're done here. Right, thank you so much. And I will catch you either actually around in my world, or I'll catch you next week or tomorrow in the chat group. Mwah.